And today, let's talk about retail product. Welcome to Table Talk, a podcast for massage therapists. I'm Denise.
And I'm Jeremy.
And today, let's talk about retail products. So as a massage business owner, we've sold retail products from the very beginning. We found something that we liked, something that was natural or more on the holistic side, and we dove in and started buying it so that our clients could benefit from it.
And we started from small and went up to large in the sense of our first location, we only had a couple shelves in our retail space that we sold, soaps, scrubs, lotions,
a couple oils.
It wasn't a lot of stuff. It was a small amount of stuff, but it sold.
Yes, and one of the biggest things I hear from people that come to us for some consulting on their business is, well, why should I sell retail products? Or I don't have time to look into retail products, or I don't even know what to sell as retail products for my business. But once we started selling products that we knew benefited our clients, and everything that you should sell should in some way, shape, or form benefit your client, because that's who you're selling it to. Once we start doing that, we noticed that it really upped our bottom line with our profits, and it really just helped pay for our rent on certain months of the year. And we found that was very valuable. And we didn't really try hard to upsell. And I think the reason we didn't try hard is because we really believed in our product and we really felt that it helped people. And we would never buy anything to sell in our wellness center that we didn't use for either our own family or friends or use for ourselves. So when you're looking at buying retail, I think the best thing to do is you have to believe in the product. If you don't believe in it, you wouldn't use it yourself, then you shouldn't be selling it to others. But Jeremy can tell us here the best ways to go about first, maybe deciding on what type of products and how about going towards, contacting people and so on.
Well, and even like you said, to believe in the product, I can use Denise and I as an example in the sense of we were in Disney World one time in Epcot, and we were walking around and we found a soap company that we enjoyed a lot, and I reached out to them. They were a Georgia-based company, and we started carrying them in our facility. So it was something that we enjoyed a lot. We're like, why don't we bring this to our clients? So I reached out to this Georgia-based company, and we were in Pennsylvania at the time. So, it helped span them out a little bit more in the sense of, hey, now they're reaching up into the Northeast. And I don't know that we were the only one. We were one of the small amount of vendors in that area that carried this product. And it was a natural soap and scrub and lotion, and they had a bunch of different items that they sold that we started carrying in our facility. So we found something that we enjoyed a lot and then brought it to our clientele base. And like you said, we weren't pushing it, and we didn't have to push it. It sold itself.
And that's one of the biggest things. It's selling itself. But we did use it in our treatment rooms.
We did.
And I think that was one of the biggest ways to sell product is if you're using it in your treatment rooms and you believe in the product and it really works well. They were a small business just like us, so we were helping another small business, which was great. Maybe not in the same state as us, but it helped them, it helped us, and we knew their product was going to help our clients as well.
Correct. But as far as going into the products itself, so what I was getting at was find a product that you're passionate about, or something that you enjoy, whether it be maybe a specific essential oil or a specific soap or a specific lotion. One of the first things you're going to want to do is find out who manufactures it. This specific product, the company was called Rinse. So I reached out to Rinse and said, hey, do you guys take on wholesalers? So the big thing is you need to make sure that the company does sell wholesale. Because there are some companies out there that are smaller that don't want to mess with wholesale. Maybe they're just a small mom and pop shop that sells soap and they just want to sell it themselves. So
they might not be able to produce enough.
They might, exactly. They might not be able to produce enough. So first, make sure they sell wholesale. And if they do sell wholesale, then the next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to reach out to them and see what information they need for you to become a wholesaler. I've gotten some wholesalers that just need a small amount of information, just the business name, the owner, phone number, email address, a couple other things. That's pretty much it. They do a little bit of digging to make sure you are an actual business, and then they move forward. There's other ones that, hey, they're going to need an EIN number, so hopefully you have that. Maybe you don't know what that is. An EIN number is something that you may possibly need depending on the wholesaler. So after you've gone through that process and, hey, you're a wholesaler now, the next thing is you're going to need to see how much you want to invest. Some wholesalers have a smaller minimum purchase of, say, $200 to $250. I know there were some facial companies that had
require a lot more, thousands, a little bit more.
Couple thousands of dollars in retail product. So it depends on the company. I can say we also carried CBD because we found that beneficial for ourselves, but also for our clientele. I can say the CBD company that we carried, their minimum was $500. So you had to buy $500 worth of wholesale, and that was your cost, and then retail. So most of the times it's typically around double. So if you pay $5 for it, you're selling it for $10. But that's not every retail item is not that way. It just depends. You also want to check too. Some wholesale companies have very strict regulations on things. So you want to make sure that when you are going down the path of getting into retail, that you check all of the scenarios with that retailer.
And what you mean by strict regulations could be simple as signage. It has to have their signage. Their signage might have a trademark to it. It might be that you can't put their products on sale for a discounted price because they are not putting it on sale for a discounted price. So definitely watching what they allow or what they don't allow when you sign on with them. It is signing a contract with them stating, yes, I'm selling your product. So when people buy their product from you, you're the one that is representing their company. So if you're selling it at a discounted rate and someone knows, oh, I can always buy from so-and-so because it's a discounted rate, where the manufacturer does not want you to give a discounted rate, then you need to follow the manufacturer's guidelines. Same with logos, same with signage. If they provide you with signage and they expect you to use it, then you need to use their signage. If they don't supply you with signage or don't have it there to offer you to put up, you might want to ask them if it's okay to use their logo to advertise their product for your business.
Yeah, and it's going to vary on each individual because we had companies that, and this goes with a lot of companies, like they want you to use this specific signage, but guess what? They want you to pay for it. So there's going to be times that they maybe want you to have this certain rack or this certain display that they want a specific way. But then there's going to be other companies that are very flexible with it. So just know, getting into utilizing this company, that you read all the small print and you actually find out the information before you say, hey, I want this product, and just do your research.
And communication is a good thing with your rep.
Yep, communication with the representative, your sales rep, and finding out all the information. But
also, it doesn't hurt. Ask them for samples. Samples you can give out to your clients to try, because you want them to try it before they maybe spend, depending on the product, 30, 40, 50 or up, for a bottle of this or a lotion of that or a cream of this. So if they have any samples, now some samples you do have to put money out for. Is it a lot? I didn't think it was a lot when we did that, but some companies will give you free samples. So don't be afraid to ask for that. Some companies will give you free signage. Some companies will even give you free pamphlets to hand out with it. So don't be afraid to ask, because unless you ask, you have no idea. But also, if the company allows you to take a product and make it into samples to use, that's, something you could do. Before we signed on with some of our companies, we asked them to send us free samples so we could try it, because we still are very big believers. If it doesn't benefit us, if we don't like it, if we won't let our family use it, if we won't let our friends use it, then we're not going to sell it to a client. Because if we don't like, and we've bought many of products that we've not sold at our company because we tried it and we wound up not liking it, or it didn't work the way we thought it would, or it wouldn't benefit our client the way we thought it would.
Multiple things, essential oils that we looked into, that maybe the scent it smelled more perfumey than another scent and not actually a true essential oil. But also, even like Denise said, your clients, but even your team members, if you have a larger team of multiple therapists and you have something that you're going to bring on, get feedback from them, because maybe they're not going to be a hard seller, that they're not going to push the product, and I'm not saying you need to do that, but maybe even if they believe in it and they enjoy it, if a client says to them, hey, I seen you carry this lotion up front, what's your thoughts on it? And if they like it a lot, they're going to be like, oh, I really like the smell of this one. Maybe they don't love I don't know, I'm just throwing scents out there, but the grenadine scent or whatever.
Gardenia.
Gardenia.
Okay.
Denise knew the scent. Gardenia.
But maybe they love the lavender.
But they love the lavender. So, then that way they can give their own. And the more honest and the more feedback you give a client, the better, because the client knows that you're genuine and it's coming from your heart as you as an individual, and you're not pitching to them.
Right. And it's something that maybe the therapist use, and it's not just, oh, buy this product. There's a lot of stuff that we used in our treatment rooms that we sold, and that's how you can bring the retail into your business to sell it. Use it in your treatment rooms. Find the product that works best for you, your team, and your clients before you bring it in. Bring it into your treatment rooms. If you decide to do lotions or scrubs and things like that, make sure, of course, your client's not allergic to it or doesn't have a bad reaction to it. However, if you're using it in the treatment rooms, if you're using it yourself, you're more likely to promote it, and not in a pushy way, but you're more likely to promote it. And again, there were some months that our selling of our retail was paying our rent for our business. We didn't have to worry about how many massages were you going to do this month to pay rent. We could just sell product to help pay rent. And a lot of people will say, what products do you sell? What products can you sell for massage? Can you sell the massage oil that you use? Can you sell the massage lotion? We use a brand through a massage warehouse. These are massage lotions and massage oils. How can you even sell these to clients? What are they going to use them for? To hydrate their skin in between sessions? Well, we found that you can use a lot of other products. We used a CBD oil in our treatment room for our clients that upgraded to a CBD oil. However, in between their sessions, for a take-home or an aftercare or an in-between care, self-care product, we sold the CBD cream. So if they really enjoyed the CBD oil in the treatment room and they still have, muscle cramps in their legs or whatever it be, we could recommend the same level or a different level with the same ingredients of the same product, the same company, manufacturer, into a cream rather than the oil at home. So you can definitely bring it into your retail area in a slightly different way. We use the oil in the therapy room. We offered the cream or ointment or whatever it was as a take-home as a retail product. So CBD creams and lotions can be one item. We also sold.
And honestly, like the cream aspect, like you said, it got to the point that the company that we were carrying, it was so beneficial that the clients were seeing benefits from it that they would specifically come into our facility sometimes just to buy it. I had clients that were coming back to buy the CBD cream even though they didn't have another massage for another 2-3 weeks. Maybe they used it and then, hey, guess what, their husband used it and he liked it a lot. And don't always cancel out the scenario of, hey, this costs too much money, my client's not going to be paying that much. Like I can contest to, I looked at that with a company that we carried, a CBD cream, that the first initial smaller container of the cream was like $25, I think, or $30. And they also had a high-end one that was their sport one that was like $95. And when we first started carrying it, I was like, no one's going to spend $95 on these creams. And we started, as they were selling, we started getting the more expensive and the higher value ones. And, lo and behold, we were selling just as much of the $95 cream as we were the low end, if not more,
Yeah.
because people were seeing so many more benefits from the products in that CBD product, and it had camphor in it or some of the other things that it had in it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Lidocaine or some of them, different ones had different things.
But you don't know what someone wants to spend money on. You don't. Some people will go out and spend hundreds of dollars, $200, $300, $400 on a meal. So you don't know how much money someone will spend on a retail product that they can use over and over, or they will have for a while. Some of the items that we sold at our wellness center were salt lamps. If you take care of your salt lamp and you don't have it in a very humid area or anything like that, a salt lamp is going to last. So, find products that are beneficial to your clients. Salt lamps are a great one. Essential oils are a great one. Find a company that you enjoy working with. Lotions, creams, salt scrubs or sugar scrubs. We sold teas. We sold water enhancers, but we didn't just sell them. We used them again. So when our clients came in and we offered them a beverage, it was either one of our teas, one of our water enhancers on top of just a bottle of water. And we enjoyed them ourselves so much that we wanted to let our clients experience regardless. There were some clients that never bought a retail item, and there were some clients that came in and bought almost every retail item that we sold, because they knew that what we were selling, and we've had clients say this over and over, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
They knew what we were selling was good. Yeah. Why? Because they trusted us. Why? Because they knew that we weren't going to use it unless we truly believed in the product.
Well, we did our research. It wasn't something, like I said, make sure you're researching it, make sure you enjoy it, make sure it's a product that you love, because we didn't go out and just be like, oh, this thing, look, I can make $50 on each item I sell, so we're going to carry this product in our facility. Some of the products we didn't make that much on. Some of the products we might have spent $6 on it and sold it for $9, because it was a good product and the retail markup wasn't as much for that wholesaler. But we knew it was a good product, and we knew we were only going to make a couple bucks on each item we sold, but also we sold a bunch of them.
Right.
We didn't just sell one or two.
We wanted that particular item by that particular manufacturer to be something that would benefit our clients. So yeah, it didn't make us a ton of money on that one product. But you also don't want to price gouge people. Yeah. If the manufacturer, or if the manufacturer, the company that you're buying from, says you only can put the cost up to this much, then if that's the cost they require you to be at, then that's the cost that they require you to be at. You can definitely make a good amount of money on retail products. There are a ton of things out there that can benefit your clients. And one of the biggest things I hear from my consultant clients that call me and say, well, I'll ask them, do you sell retail? No. Well, why don't you sell retail? Well, I don't really know anything about retail products. Well, get to know about retail products. What are you using in your therapy rooms? Are you using a specific lotion or specific cream, or are you using are you doing enhancement services that you can sell those enhancement services? Now, after your session, do you have to take that product and put it up at the counter and say, this is what I used today? No, you don't. You don't have to be pushy with your products, but having a space where your clients can come in and go to and look at, what you have and what you sell, and be knowledgeable. Be very knowledgeable about what you're selling. Don't just sell it because a friend told you to sell it. Sell it because you believe in the product. You like the product. That way you'll know what's in the product and it can help your clients. So educate your clients in it. Educate how it can help them either between their sessions or, help them however. And when you do it like that, and when you're, like Jeremy said, genuine about it, then that's going to really sell your product. But not having retail can be really hard on your business. If you're trying to, make your bottom line grow, I think this is a really important part of having a business, having the retail product behind it. What you do is great. How you help people is wonderful. But there are things that your clients should have, or things that they should do in between their sessions. And the products that you sell can definitely benefit them.
Well, and the more multiple streams of income you can have, the better. If massage is your only stream of income, and say you're a one-man band and you're doing massage, and God forbid you hurt your wrist and you can't do massage for 6 weeks, potentially you could still be open and selling retail and just apologize to my clients, hey, I'm not going to be able to do a massage for the next couple of weeks, but I am going to be in office if you need any retail products. People may still stop by to get that CBD cream or that massage lotion or that essential oil or that salt lamp or whatever it may be, just to support your business. But they also may need that product so that you can at least make some kind of revenue while you're laid up, So
that happened through COVID too.
Yeah,
a lot of businesses, they couldn't be with people to do the physical work, but retail still, you got that drop shit, that drop at the door, or that shipping, or people come pick up at curbside or whatever. They were still selling products to keep the lights on, or essentially keep the door open, but they had to be selling a lot of products. So if you have nothing to sell, if you have nothing to offer, there you go, you have nothing. So when you're looking to sell retail, most important things is believe in what you're selling. Know your product and be educated on it so that you can educate your clients and tell them how that can help them, and be genuine about it. If you're not going to use it yourself, I wouldn't be selling it in my own space.
And they're not going to buy it from you, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We want to thank you for tuning into Table Talk today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can get the latest podcast from us. And make sure that you tell your friends.